I'm Jack McNamara, and we're back with another episode of Viewer Questions. Today, I'm here with Richard Montgomery, the president of NGC, the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. And our first question comes from Martin K., who asks, does toning, either attractive or unattractive, affect the numerical grade of a coin? And how is toning determined to be natural?
So toning is an influence to the grade of a coin. It is what we would call the eye appeal factor for the grade. So if I'm teetering between a grade of 64 and 65, and I'm looking at a coin that I perceive to be incredibly attractively toned, many times it will influence me up to the next grade. It may pull me up to the 65, because in market grading, which is what NGC does, we look at things that would be considered in the marketplace as acceptable. And a coin that has extremely attractive color, but may just be right on that cusp of making that grade, the color will push it over the edge to get to 65. Conversely, if we're looking at a coin again that's right on the edge technically of being a 64 or 65, and that color is unattractive, it's most likely going to pull that coin back down into the solid 64 category. Many times when it comes to toning, we look at how the toning flows into itself. So we look at how the colors shift and they merge into themselves. And many times with artificial toning, you'll get very distinct ridges or very distinct edges to the color. Many times you'll just find pieces where the color's just never been seen on a particular issue. And when that's the case, that's always an immediate red flag as to whether the toning is real or not.
Ron P. asks, how have the NGC coin holders been designed to account for pressure differentials, proper coin sizing, insect intrusion, and the prevention of improper opening? Good question.
When it comes to the NGC holder, the holder and the interior plastics that are used are completely inert. They are accelerated tested over the years. Millions of dollars of research have gone into this product to make sure that it does not interact negatively with the coin that it's holding. These holders have been tested and approved by the Smithsonian Institution, of which some of their coins are housed in as we speak and on display. So the quality of holder that you're looking at with an NGC product is of the highest magnitude, the best you'll find in the industry.
John writes, is there any way to tell if a coin has been cleaned before sending it to NGC?
So there are ways for a collector to determine if their coin has been cleaned. And the simplest way is to look for evidence of cleaning by seeing hairlines on the coin. So typically, when coins have been cleaned in the past, a lot of times people will clean them abrasively. They'll take a rag, they'll take their shirt, they'll take a cloth, and they may take some type of a cleansing agent like soap or even a powder and try to wash the coin off and get rid of what they perceive to be a problem. In so doing, they're in effect scratching the surface of the coin. So the important thing is to rotate the coin against a light source. Don't look at it just head on, but turn it and rotate it against the light and look for any kind of hairlines that you may see. And if you see a wide swath or a batch of hairlines across the surfaces, then that can be a clue that you may be looking at a cleaned coin. So if we receive a coin and we determine it's cleaned, we use the same methods. We look at it against our light source. We try to identify if what we're seeing are hairlines on the coin. There's also the type of cleaning that is more chemically induced, where a coin may have been dipped into a solution. That won't leave the hairlines, but it will impair the luster. And so either way, that kind of coin will be determined as cleaned. And when we determine that to be the case, we still encapsulate the coin, but we identify it as having been cleaned, and then we put the actual adjectival grade on the coin itself. So it may say cleaned, about uncirculated.
Don P. would like to know, how can I prepare and what equipment do I need to pre-screen coins I might want to send to NGC to have considered for certification?
I think the important thing is anytime you're going to look at a coin for yourself to screen before sending off to NGC, make sure the most important thing is that you have a great light source. At NGC, we use incandescent lighting, 75 to 100 watt bulbs, but we use it in a darkened environment. So our grading room has no ambient lighting inside it. It's just single source lighting. Inspect your coin always by the edge. Handling it is of the highest order. And then just make sure you're constantly moving that coin, rotating it, turning it against the light source so you can pick up for any defects that you're trying to identify. And that's the best way to pre-screen the coin to determine if it's a worthy candidate for certification.
Well, there you have it. We'd like to thank Richard Montgomery from NGC for being here with us today on another episode of Viewer Questions here at Rare Collectibles TV. Thanks for watching.